So one thing I get asked really commonly by my patients is if you definitely ovulate on the 14th day of your cycle. I think most people know that you ovulate mid-cycle, and there's a lot of sort of myths online about it always being around the 14th day. The reality of it is that when you ovulate is very tied to how long your menstrual cycle length is. There are two main parts of a menstrual cycle. The first part, which is the stage of follicular growth, when the follicle that contains the egg is growing. And that is from the beginning of your period all the way through until the day that you ovulate. The second part of your cycle is from the day that you ovulate until the day that your next period starts, which is called the luteal phase of your cycle. That second phase of the cycle is super fixed, around sort of 12 to 14 days, usually more like 14 days. But the first part of the cycle, that follicular phase, is very variable. So that can be 14 days, it can be 10 days, it can be 20 days, and all of those would constitute normal cycle length. So you need to look at your menstrual cycle and see how long it is from the first day of your period to the next day of your period generally. If that's 28 days, subtract 14 and you get to your day 14 ovulation, which is an average length cycle. But if you have consistently more like 25-day cycles, subtract 14 and you're ovulating around cycle day 11. Conversely, if you have more like 32-day cycles, now I'm gonna have to do math, but if you subtract 14, you get to around an day 18 ovulation. So you can look at your average cycle length, look at roughly from when, and then subtract 14 days from that cycle length, and you get roughly to that date of ovulation. But it can vary from cycle to cycle too. So generally we say, a couple days before you think that you might ovulate, start having sex roughly every other day, and do so until a couple of days after you think you've hit that ovulation. And if you do that, you will be hitting your ovulatory window.